guys, this is Grace and welcome to my channel. So today I am in front of the camera, which is a little bit intimidating for me. I don't usually do this. I'm a little bit of an introvert, but I felt like I had to do this series. So what it is I've seen a lot of tips and tricks or advice for beginner scrapbooking, and then they give classes and a bunch of series on YouTube about how to start scrapbooking. And so I wanted to be able to put my own spin on this topic for beginner scrapbooking, but because there's so many of that like class on what to do first and all about that stuff, I felt like for me, if I were talking to somebody that's just starting out in scrapbooking, I would give them 10 advice of what I learned the whole time that I've been scrapbooking. So a little bit about history for me is I started scrapbooking, this scrapbooking where we focus on acid-free items and all that stuff. I started out when I had my first child, which was in 2000. Actually, he was about 9 months old then, but it was 2004 when I started scrapbooking. So it's about 12 years already. And but before then, I would do some type of kind of smash book. You know how you would cut out letters from magazines and put that as your title and not worry about if it's acid free, or you put those little bubble stickers on the photos. Yeah, I did all that in high school and college. So I wanted to share with you what I have learned through this 12 years of scrapbooking. And I'm not just talking about just scrapbooking as a hobby. I was also part of the industry as a design team member. I used to design projects for that incorporate products from different manufacturers, and I also got into the publications where I got my pages and my projects published in the magazines. So I am coming to you with my experience in both the hobby of scrapbooking and also as being part of the industry of paper crafting. So let's get started. So my first topic, or my first advice, is to take a class. Now, why do I say number one is to take a class? If you're a beginner, you basically don't know where to start, how to go about it. And so I felt when I took the class that was a really good way for me to just get my feet wet when it comes to scrapbooking, because there was somebody there was an instructor that was telling me to do A, and then B, and then C, and then D, and so on and so forth. So if I had any questions, there was this person right there to help me out. And I just know, I've also taught some scrapbooking classes before, and I kind of, I see that kind of glare in people's eyes, like, I don't know what you're talking about, this is totally new and whatnot. And so I feel like for somebody that's just like really interested in scrapbooking, just go and take a class. And there's a lot of online classes now, and that's good, and I'm sure there's a lot of effort that's been put in those classes. But for me personally, I think if you are just really starting in scrapbooking, have never done scrapbooking before, I would go with a in-person class, just because so that if you have questions right then and there, then you can ask, and also that hands-on, I think it's really good. And so if you are liking this videos, I hope that you will give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I hope that you will follow along with the next tip that I have for this series. I have 10, and I plan on sharing them in the whole month of July. So I hope to see you again soon, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!